Hi, Ann. Uh-oh, you're on mute.
Sorry, I just DM'd you on Instagram. I wasn't sure if you still had your breath work.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, good to see you.
Good to see you too. Mark's here.
Hey,
David.
Mark. How are
Hi.
you?
Good. Good to
Where are
see
you both?
We're good. We're getting big. I don't know if you could see.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
So this is going to help. I'm in my third trimester today.
Okay. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Well,
Yeah.
congratulations to you both.
Thanks.
I'm sure you've had some sleepless nights. Or have you been sleeping pretty good?
Sleepless nights because my hips are starting to ache.
Okay.
So I try to do stretches when they ache, but
Okay.
they ache a lot. So
My friend Courtney Satao, I don't know if you knew her, but she used to teach for Bay Club at the Redondo Beach location. She teaches pregnancy classes.
oh,
And it might just be a good resource to reach out to, because she's done a lot of work with women that are pregnant. And since you are in your third trimester, she has 2 kids. She's been through it, and she's a licensed yoga teacher. So you might find it helpful.
oh, I would love that. Her name's Courtney.
Yeah, Courtney.
Okay.
I'll send you the info. I have let's see. And
She's really good. I used to know Courtney too.
You did?
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome to hear.
I'll send you a DM later, and I'll put you 2 in contact with each other.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, sure thing. Awesome. Well, I'll have I don't know if Pat's going to be joining or not, but it's good to see you, Carrie. How are you?
I'm pretty good.
Good. Good, good, good. Well, I'll move some stuff out of the way here, and we'll get in a little bit of discussion, and then we'll get started with the practice. There's Pat. Hi, Pat.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing great. Grateful to be here. Feeling good.
Good.
Well, we'll get started with the practice today. Today's focus is focusing on releasing fear in a somatic reflex within the body, and I'll discuss that, but also just discussing fear in general. And I've been teaching from this book called Power versus Force. I really love Dr. David Hawkins' work. He's got several different books. I'm in the middle of another book right now of his called The Eye of the Eye. And in this topic of fear, and I feel this is really great topic for you, and especially as you have a little infant growing inside of you right now. Fear affects our lives in so many different ways, and it's important, I feel, to recognize how fear touches us, how we pick up fear, what we may be doing either consciously or start to become aware of some of the unconscious behavior that may have arisen around fear, and to understand how fear may have been controlling us in the past, but also what we can start to do now in moving forward to work through that fear, so that way we no longer become a slave to the fear. And so, this first little bit, I'm going to take about 10 minutes or so. So, please, thank you for your patience as we get through this part. But I feel it'll give greater context and understanding how to use the breath whenever fear does show up. Now, fear is usually a result of something that took place in the past. Whether it was an indoctrination to fear by our parents or by an education institution, religious institution. I'm certainly not knocking any of that stuff, but there are many people that pick up fear and live in fear due to the indoctrination of it, having that programming over and over and over and over again. And while we're all adults, even though these fears took place in the past, or the indoctrination took place from the past, there's still this echo of it that still shows up for us. And so because of that, instead of living fully in the present moment, we are caught in this daydream of imagination of the fear. Either we think that it's going to happen, so we're living in the future, or we're just mulling over the past, considering all that fear in the past. And I find it's very valuable to look at this, because when we look at somatic behavior, meaning the physical behavior, the animation behavior of the body, if we're holding on to fears, we may be subtly closing ourselves off to the world. We may be in a constant state of fight or flight. We may be very anxious. We may be speaking words of fear. And this is all important stuff to look at. Now, the other thing that we face right now is, if you just go onto any news page, and I'm not necessarily knocking the news, I take a look at the news because I find it interesting to know what's going on with the world. But if we are doomsday scrolling, if we are just, looking at things that are confirming our biases about fear and just going to the next headline, next headline, next headline, then I feel it's important we have to look at that, because in yoga, there are two qualities that I find interesting to look at. One is what is called a patigraha, which is practicing non-attachment. We have to be willing to let go. But secondary, there is what is called pratyahara, which means the removal of foods or the removal of senses. And so how are we feeding ourselves day to day? If I'm constantly feeding myself a nutritional diet of fear all the time, then that fear is getting inside of me. I'm seeing it, I'm hearing it, I'm starting to repeat stories, I'm starting to live in my head a little bit more rather than living down in my heart. And I find this is valuable to look at, because if all I'm doing is speaking fear or spreading fear out into the world, well, I need to pause for a moment and look at that, because those words may be affecting other people as well too. Now, in his book, Power versus Force, Dr. David Hawkins talks about fear. And if you joined me the last few weeks or so, the first week we talked about shame, then we talked about guilt, then we talked about apathy. Last week was grief. This week, focusing on fear. Now, Dr. David Hawkins said, where there is fear, there is a lot more life energy available. Fear of danger is actually healthy. Fear runs much of the world, spurring on endless activity. Fear of enemies, of old age or death, of rejection, and a multitude of social fears are basic motivators in most people's lives. From the viewpoint of this level, the world looks hazardous, full of traps and threats. Fear is the favored official tool for control by oppressive totalitarian agencies and regimes, and insecurity is the stock and trade of major manipulators of the marketplace. The media and advertising play to fear to increase market share. The proliferation of fears is as limitless as the human imagination. Once fear becomes one's focus, the endless fearful events of the world feed it. Fear becomes obsessive and may take any form. Fear of loss of relationship leads to jealousy and a chronically high stress level. Fearful thinking can balloon into paranoia or generate neurotic defense structures, and because it is contagious, become a dominant social trend. Fear limits growth of the personality and leads to inhibition. Because it takes energy to rise above fear, the oppressed are unable to reach a higher level unaided. Thus, the fearful seek strong leaders who appear to have conquered their fear to lead them out of their slavery. And so essentially, when we're living in fear, we are living in the past, and we become a slave to that fear, because that thought of fear is what is controlling everything. Now, Dr. David Hawkins talks about this, and he says that, it's not the facts that we fear, it's the emotions that go along with it that we're fearing. Because for many people, there is this fear of being seen. And there's shame around that. There's guilt around that, that I shouldn't feel this way, or that if I'm seen this way, then that means that I'm going to be weak, or I'm not strong, or, your opinion's going to change about me. We have to be willing to let go of that and observe that. If that's something that's leading us, then that's been leading us, long enough. But now we have to do the work necessary to be able to step away from that. So that way we aren't being led by fear, and we can be led more by our hearts in the present moment. Now, because we have someone on the line that is in pregnancy, I find this interesting about childhood development. You know, when there is a child in the womb, they're feeling everything that the mother is going through, every situation that the mother goes through. The ganglia, the tympanic membranes, the sensory organs, all of those things are coming into development. But if a mother is anxious or stressed while that child is in that space, well, that vibration, that shakiness, that frequency has a potential to parlay into the development of that child. And I mean that at a very nervous system, musculoskeletal system, reactionary system level. And so it's important, you know, when we usher children into the world, how do we want to usher them into the world? We recognize right now that there's a lot of fear going on in this world, but through parental guidance and love and understanding and compassion, what we are filtering into our eyes and into our bodies and whatever is that child's feeling, or when that child's out, what we allow for their eyes to see or what we allow for them to be developed by also has a potential too. So all we want to do is just ask ourselves, am I living in fear? Am I spreading fear? Am I choosing to digest fear all the time? Or am I choosing to step away from this stuff and focus my attention more on love, gratitude, compassion, kindness, genuineness, sincerity, and things like that? And, you know, this is just day-to-day work that we can do. And there's no shame if we do go to fear. Like, listen, I think about fear sometimes too, and I have to catch myself. You know, one of my teachers, Ram Dass, said, I never got rid of any of my vices. I just stopped feeding them. And so those vices of fear are still there. That need for some sort of adrenaline hit or serotonin hit may be there, but you know, it's all about just asking, do I really need this? How is this really feeding me? How is this serving me? And I feel if we ask ourselves and take a moment to pause and breathe and, you know, just collect ourselves a little bit, we can have so much more clarity in this passage of life and moving forward. So I hope that makes sense. And, you know, if you have any questions on this, I'm still growing and learning in this particular practice too, but I find it absolutely fascinating. And, you know, I thank you all for, you know, your trust and wanting to go along with me on this. So with that said, I'm going to head over to my mat. I'm going to take my phone with me, and I'm going to use it as a timer for some of the exercises that we do. If you have to cut out early, totally cool. But again, thank you for being here, and I'm going to head over to my mat. All right. So we're going to do a lot of strong breathing today, and you know, go at your pace. Try not to overdo it. If it's not making sense for your body, then, you know, please back off and move into a more manageable pace for you. So let's lay down on our backs. And as we lay down on our backs, place your left hand over your heart and your right hand on your belly. Let the back of the head relax. Let your spine release all the way down towards the ground. Let your shoulder blades relax. Let the collarbones spread. Let the hips and legs relax. And as we let go of our day, let go of your week, let go of what's next and what's to come. Feel your body resting on the ground. Feel the depth of the breath, the pace of the breath, and the balance in the breath. And let's begin to slowly breathe together. Please take a long, slow breath in. Breathing through the nose, down the spine, into the lower belly, and let the chest expand. Take your time with it. Exhale, releasing out the nose. Feel the chest decompress. Feel the navel drop down. Out the nose. Breathing into the nose, inhale, down the spine, into the lower belly, chest expands, collarbones spread. Exhale, letting it go, emptying the lungs. Inhale through the nose, breathe down the spine, into the lower belly. Exhaling out the nose. Out of the chest, feel the navel drop down, out through the nose. Inhaling through the nose, down the spine, into your lower belly, chest expands. Exhaling out the nose, feel the chest decompress, feel the navel drop down. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Try not to strain. And inhale. Exhaling. Continue to breathe on your own. And as you breathe on your own, check in with your body and observe how it feels. Is there any stress, any tension, tightness, soreness, pain in the body? Is there any fear that's being held on to right now? As we move deeper to the practice, stay with the breath, let go of what you can, be here now. Now, taking a moment for introspection, self-questioning, let us ask ourselves honestly, am I fearing something in life right now? Am I fearful of something? Am I holding on to a fear? Am I letting that fear control certain aspects of my life? Does the fear I hold on to affect my relationships? Does the fear I may be connecting with hamper my ability to communicate? As we move deeper into the practice, let us stay with the breath the best that we can. Let us work into our bodies with the breath, and perhaps even resolve some of these areas in our body where we've been carrying some fear. Working on breath retention, as we'll be doing breath retention throughout the class today, we're going to do 3 breaths where we hold the breath at the top of the inhale. As we hold the breath at the top of the inhale, try to relax your body around the lungs. We'll take a breath in between each round. Let's begin. Please take a long, slow, clearing breath. Fill the lungs up. Exhale, let it all out. And then let's retain. Please take a long, slow, full, deep breath in. Fill the lungs all the way up. Belly rises, chest expands, collarbones spread, shoulders down the back, long spine. Relax the face, lips, eyes, mouth, and forehead. Hold at the top of the inhale. Relax into your body as you hold the breath. Arms, shoulders, chest, legs. Keep relaxing. Exhale, letting it go. Smooth breath in. Smooth breath out without straining. Let's do that again. Please take another long, slow, full, deep breath in. Breathing down our spines into the lower belly, chest expands, collarbones spread, shoulders down the back, long spine. Relax the face, lips, eyes, mouth, and forehead. Hold at the top of the inhale. And then relax into your body as much as you can. Exhale, letting it go. Smooth breath in. Smooth breath out. One more time. Please take a long, slow, full, deep breath in, filling your lungs all the way up to the top. Breathing down the spine into the lower belly, chest expands, collarbones spread, shoulders down the back, long spine, relaxed face, lips, eyes, mouth, and forehead. Hold at the top of the inhale. And then pause and relax into your body as much as you can. Exhale, letting it go. Smooth breath in. Smooth breath out. Smooth breath in. Smooth breath out. Smooth breath in. And smooth breath out. Very good. All right, so let's get into our next breath. So this next breath is going to be a Wim Hof Style breath. It's going to be in and out through the mouth, like so. All right. We're going to do that for approximately 1.5 minutes. So 90 seconds. Your mouth may get dry, your lips may get dry. You might feel lightheaded through the head. You might start to feel your hands clench up into what is called tetany. You might start to feel your legs even start to firm up a little bit. That's okay. These are all part of the symptoms of the practice that will arise. Some of us will feel it, some of us may not. That's okay. But at the end of that 90 seconds, we're going to exhale out all the air, and we're going to exhale for approximately 1 minute. Now, if you need to take a breath and inhale, totally okay. Please listen to your body, but I will time it for a minute. Now, after that minute, we're going to just exhale out all the air. We're going to hold that base of the exhale. You'll feel your navel drop down slightly. Try to relax into your body as much as you can. A panic reflex will arise for most people. Now, that panic reflex will say, oh my God, you got to take a breath right now. Relax. Let go of the fear around that. There is lots of oxygen flowing through our bodies and air flowing through our bodies. Now, when we face that panic reflex, that is a knee-jerk reaction. What we're learning to do is face that panic and face the fear rather than having that knee-jerk reaction or that impulsivity, if you will. By learning to overcome our impulsivities, we learn to be a little bit more relaxed. And as such, the body is able to compensate to that form of conditioning. Now, at the end of the minute, I'll say, please take an inhale, and we'll fill our lungs up all the way. And we're going to hold that for 30 seconds. Once that 30 seconds is up, we're going to do it all over again and get back into 90 seconds of strong breathing. And then exhale for a minute, and then inhale for 30 seconds. We're going to do 7 full rounds. At the end of the 7th round, it's going to be a exhale for as long as you can, and inhale and hold that for as long as you can. There will be a period of silence, upwards to about 4 to 5 minutes. Try to keep your eyes closed throughout this. I'm going to be doing this work along with you. So please just relax into your body and relax, and I'll guide you from there. So let's begin. 90 seconds. Please take a long, slow, full breath in, fill the lungs. Exhale, letting it go. Breathing through the mouth. Begin. Nice and strong. 20 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale out all the air. Empty the lungs completely. Then pause at the base of the exhale and relax into your body. Empty, 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 empty all the way out. Empty. Pause and relax. And inhale, fill the lungs all the way up, 30-second hold. Relax into your body, just relax. Don't panic, release the panic. Be with the heart rate. Imagine slowing your heart down. And exhale. 6 more rounds. Begin. Use the diaphragm and the core. Nice and strong. And exhale all the air, empty the lungs all the way out, pausing at the base of the exhale, relax into your body. If the panic reflex shows up, just keep relaxing. Relax, release, 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 and observe. Hold. Inhale, fill the lungs all the way up. We hold for 30 seconds. And exhaling, letting it go. 5 more rounds left. Begin. Nice and strong. Let it go. Releasing fear. Keep going. Deeper. And exhale all the air, empty the lungs all the way out. Pause at the base of the exhale and relax into your body as much as you can. Feel any senses are showing up. Keep relaxing. Relax. Let the navel drop down. And inhale, filling the lungs all the way up to the top. Holding the breath. Relax into your body. Let go of any panic reflex that may be there. Just keep relaxing. If the hands are tensing up or tightening, keep relaxing. You're going to be okay. Just let that be there, but don't fixate on it. And exhale, letting it go. Four more rounds. Begin. Nice and strong. Keep going. Exhale all the air, empty the lungs all the way out, pausing at the base of the exhale. Relax into the sensations of your body. Do not try to fight it, just relax. Let go. Inhale, fill the lungs all the way up. 30 seconds, holding the breath, relaxing into the body, not fighting any symptoms, not fighting any feelings, not fighting any sensations, just being with the breath, relaxing into the body, not panicking. And exhale, letting it go. Three more full rounds. Begin. And exhale all the air, empty the lungs all the way out, pausing at the base of the exhale, relax into your body. Just relax, release, let go. 30 seconds. Excuse me, 1 minute. Inhale, fill the lungs all the way up to the top. Hold your breath and relax into the body. Just relax. Be with the sensations. If anything, be marveled at the sensations. The sensations are a gift that we get to feel. The sensations are not there to fear. They are there to recognize, to become comfortable with, and observe. And exhale it all out. Empty the lungs completely. Last 2 rounds, begin. And exhale all the air, empty the lungs all the way out, pause, get the base of the exhale, relax into your body, relax into the sensations, release everything as much as you can, no judgment, just allow yourself to be here, releasing 1 minute. Inhale, fill the lungs all the way up. And then hold the breath at the top of the inhale. Relax into your body. Let go as much as you can. Try not to panic. Feel sensations. If anything's locking up, just release into it. Try to just relax the muscle fibers. Exhale, letting it go, emptying the lungs completely. We have one full round left. This time, do the best you can. Begin. 90 seconds. And exhale out all the air. Empty the lungs as much as you can. Pause at the base of the exhale, and you're going to hold the breath for as long as you can. I will not tell you to take a deep breath in. You will relax when you feel it's time and ready. Release. And you'll hold the inhale for as long as you can at the same time, too. Remember, hold the inhale for as long as you can. And wherever you're at, take a smooth breath in. When you're ready, exhale, letting it go. Inhaling. Exhale, letting it go. Inhaling. Exhale, releasing, letting it go. Relax the head. Letting go of fear. All the different thoughts of fear that may be there. The fear of acceptance, the fear of being heard, the fear of death, the fear of dismemberment, the fear of loss, the fear of finances, the fear of losing a home, the fear of losing loved ones. Letting go of all of these things, the fear of losing bodily possessions. You are enough, just as you are. Take a big breath in. Exhale, releasing. Relax the eyes, the forehead, eyelids, eyebrows, corners of the eyes. Deep breath in. Exhale, letting go, releasing any fear that we've seen in our lives. Relax the area around your ears, the sides of the ears, behind the ears, within the ear. Letting go of any fear that we heard from others. Inhale. Exhale. Relax the face, the lips, the cheeks, the mouth, and the jaw. Relaxing from speaking any words of fear and all the words we may have said of fear in the past. We don't need to hold on to that stress. Take a big breath in. Exhaling. Relax the neck and the throat. Any fear we've ever vocalized, just letting that go. We don't have to live in fear. Big breath in. Out the nose, exhale. Relax the shoulders. Releasing and letting go of all the fear that we've been holding on our shoulders and carrying with us. Deep breath in. Exhale. Relaxing the arms, the upper arms, the elbows, and lower arms. Again, releasing any fear that we've been carrying in our bodies. We don't need to carry that fear any further moving forward. Deep breath in. Exhale. Relax the wrists and the hands and the fingers. Any fears that we've been holding on to. Any fear that we've been clinging to. Any fear that's been preventing us from giving or receiving. You are accepted just the way you are. We have to be willing to accept ourselves too. We have to let go of the fear. Inhale. Exhale. Relax the chest, collarbones. Let the chest open. Releasing any fears around the heart. Releasing fears around love. Remember, you are lovable. You deserve love. It's an innate part of our nature. Deep breath in, breathe into the chest. Exhale, letting it go. Relax the belly, abdomen, core muscles, stomach. We do a lot of processing of fear down here in this area. Let go of over-processing fear. Let's leave fear in the past. Release it. Inhale. Exhale. You know, the fear of not being a good enough mom or a good enough dad or a good enough partner or a good enough friend. Let that go. Relaxing your side waistline, relaxing your hips, your pelvis, and your buttocks. Take a big breath in. Exhale, releasing. When we're full of stress, creativity is difficult. Moving forward is difficult. Procreativity is difficult because of fear that's holding us back. Let us walk forward smoothly in life. Let us release any fear in the legs. Relax the legs. Inhale. Exhale. Relaxing the upper legs, knees, and lower legs. Relax the ankles, the feet, and the toes. Take a big breath in. Exhale. We reground ourselves. Fear uproots us because fear keeps us rooted to our past and keeps us from being rooted in the present moment. Remember that you are enough just as you are. Remember that it's okay to feel fear, but we don't have to live our lives guided by fear, that we don't have to let fear control us, overly control us. Let's start to lightly move the fingers and the toes. Let's start to circle out our wrists and our ankles and roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Turning the head side to side, opening and closing the mouth. With the deepest, longest inhales all day, reach the arms up and over the head. Give yourself a nice long stretch, reach. Breathe deep into your beautiful bodies. Exhale, arms down along the sides. With a gentle bend in your knees, please roll over to the right side of your mats and then use your left hand to gently press yourselves up. Oh, wow. And I'm gonna go ahead and come over to the computer screen here. And as we finish up our practices, you know, the finishing off with just that little exercise, you know, I'm gonna probably put, excuse me, I got the hiccups now. But I'm probably gonna put a little exercise up on YouTube too that you can do as for YouTube as well as Facebook on fear, similar to that last little exercise we did. But I find it's really helpful to do body scans. I'm noticing that my body is opening up in so many incredible ways, and I'm gaining this flexibility that I never really had. And it's not because I'm doing anything extra other than just becoming more aware of where that tension has been held. And then by doing meditative work, by recognizing that the body keeps a score, that the nervous system is a bunch of neurological ganglia that's attached to the central processing unit that we call the brain, that there is trauma and fear and stress all throughout the body. But if we can relax into our bodies, our mobility increases significantly. We can walk a lot more clearly and more with more clarity. We can have conversations that are centered more around our hearts rather than our heads. You know, I had chiropractor adjustment the other day because at the beginning of February, I was in a car accident. But, you know, I preach self-care, but for whatever reason, I just wasn't practicing that self-care for myself. So I'm having a moment of humility here, but it's just what it is. But I went to the chiropractor and he adjusted me and he said, "How old are you?" And I said, "I'm 42. And he said, "You have a lot of elasticity and flexibility for your age." Now, what do you mean for my age? You know? And I attributed a lot to healthy diet, rest, exercise, these types of practices. And, you know, I know that no matter what age we are, we should be empowered, because what I hear a lot from medical community is that as we get older, you know, we get more frail and things like that. No, I mean, I understand there is a certain level that, you know, our bodies do start to deteriorate to a certain extent, but I'm all about empowering ourselves as we get older, and that we can stay resilient, that we can stay strong, and that if we do certain processes that make sense to us, that we can have these beautiful, long, fulfilling lives that don't have to be shut down, and that we can live a little bit more peacefully and more fearlessly. So I hope that makes sense, everybody. I thank you for your time. I appreciate you. Stay strong, stay beautiful, stay bold. And I'll upload this video to YouTube, not YouTube, but to the Dropbox. So if anyone wants to revisit it later, they can. And thank you so much, everyone. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, everyone. Thanks, Ann. Thanks, Pat. And I will send you a message on, I'll send you a message through DMing you, okay?
Okay, that sounds great. And I loved your sound bath you and Shelly did on the beach.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yes, I was gonna ask you because I'm gonna do a blessing way in lieu of a shower.
Okay.
So I don't know if you'd be open to doing another one on the beach. It's just a few girls, because it's of the
Sure,
blessing
sure.
way. It's like a Native Navajo Indian type of blessing. And
Yeah.
I think the girls would love it. It's very spiritual. So I'd like to know if you'd be open to doing it. I think I'm planning on having it on April 30th on a Saturday. Both of you are free, like at